Buddhism is a religion founded on truth, an unwavering, eternal truth. It is a discipline that teaches every human being to discover themselves, to learn about themselves, and to truly know who we are. His Holiness the Supreme Teacher, Sammasambuddhassa, the awakened, the enlightened, the joyful one, he discovered principles of profound value, surpassing anything else in this world. He ignited a brilliant light. He opened a path to happiness, a bright path, bright and peaceful, and he pointed to the truth which no one can deny. Buddhism teaches us to understand the truth of nature, to practice the Dhamma with nature, and to contemplate nature using wisdom. A monk, pure in precepts and full of Brahma Vihara, whose conduct and discipline inspire faith in all Buddhist devotees who encounter him. His Dharma teachings are simple in language, but profound in meaning and principle. This is Luang Por Thien Jitaspo. Luang Por Thien's original name was Panin Tapio. He was born in northeastern Thailand. He was born in Ban Buhom, Changkhan district, Loei province, which is a Thai-Lao border village on the bank of the Mekong River. At the age of 10, he was ordained as a novice monk in his hometown. During this time, he practiced meditation with his uncle. He was ordained at Wat Ban Pot Kiri for 1 year and 6 months before disrobing to pursue farming and gardening. In his youth and young adulthood, he did not receive much schooling because his home was far from civilization. At the age of 20, he was fully ordained as a Buddhist monk. However, he remained in the saffron robes for only 6 months before disrobing to live as a layman. He married, started a family, and had 3 children. During this period of his life, Luang Por Thien, or alternatively, lay devotee Pan Intapio, was a merchant. He owned a steamboat used to transport goods along the Mekong River, indicating that he was a person of good financial standing. For this reason, he devoted himself to being a good lay Buddhist by making merits, giving alms, observing precepts, and donating money to build numerous religious sites and objects. At the age of 46, lay devotee Panin Tapio went to practice meditation with Longpo Wanthong in Sri Chiang Mai district, Nong Khai province. This meditation practice marked a profound turning point in his life. While he was walking meditation and contemplating his thoughts, a light of wisdom arose. The deeper he contemplated, all truths arose sequentially. The lay devotee Panin Tapio's attainment of Dhamma happened very quickly, and from then on he diligently and assiduously guided and taught many people to know, see and understand what he had found. He spent 2 years and 8 months disseminating the Dhamma, even while still a layman. Later, he was ordained at Wat Sri Kun Mueang, Chang Khan district, Loei province, with Prakru Wichit Tamajan as his preceptor. After ordination, he stayed for various rains retreats in many places. Finally, he came to reside at Wat Sanam Nai, Bang Kruai district, Nonthaburi province. Wat Sanam Nai has a peaceful and secluded atmosphere, suitable for Dhamma practice. Access is very convenient. Inside, the temple resembles a forest monastery, with shady trees, cleanliness and tranquility. These factors contribute significantly to making this temple serene and ideal for seeking ultimate happiness. The practice method that Lumpur Tien constantly taught was to be aware at all times, regardless of the posture such as standing, walking, sitting or lying down, which is essentially the 4 foundations of mindfulness, Mahasatipatthana. As Lumpur Tien explained, when eating, be aware of eating, when standing, walking, sitting or lying down, be constantly aware. When thinking, be immediately aware. Every Sunday at 1 p.m, Lumpur Tien would always deliver Dhamma talks and instructions to interested Buddhist devotees.
คนทุกคนเกิดมาแล้วต้องควรศึกษาคำว่าคน
Every person should study the word human to understand what being human means. If we don't study, we won't know what being human means. Therefore, studying the Dhamma, the core of Buddhism, applies to all races, languages, genders, and ages.
ทุกภาษา
It can be studied by all.
ศึกษาได้เหมือนกัน
If you are Thai, you should study to understand what being human means. If you are Chinese, you should study to understand what being human means. Or if you are French, English, German, American, Khmer, Vietnamese, or Lao, every race, language, gender, and age, no matter what religion, no matter what color clothes they wear, should study the word human to understand what a human is, and to understand the duties of a human, and to know what a human's tasks and responsibilities should be, so that one can live on earth without suffering. This is the Buddha's teaching. Buddhism teaches this, but people have forgotten and haven't studied this matter.
ก็เลยลืมไปไม่ได้ศึกษาเรื่องนี้
Some people say that what I teach is not in the scriptures, not in the Tipitaka. That's true because it's not written, so it's not there. If it were written, it would be. Why do they say it's not there? They study but don't know. They learn for money, not for knowledge.
ศึกษาแล้วไม่รู้เราเรียนรู้แต่รู้เพื่อเงิน
The Buddha taught to learn for knowledge to solve one's own problems. Therefore, the Buddha taught that everyone should be mindful and aware in all four postures. When standing, be mindfully aware. When walking, be mindfully aware. When sitting, be mindfully aware. When lying down, be mindfully aware. This is called the Four Noble Postures.
เดินก็ให้มีสติเข้าไปกำหนดรู้นั่งก็ให้มีสติเข้าไปกำหนดรู้นอนก็ให้มีสติเข้าไปกำหนดรู้เรียกว่าอิริยาบถทั้งสี่
Sometimes the words are not exactly the same. We may or may not understand the language, but please watch how it's done, observe how it's demonstrated, and listen to what is said.
ไม่รู้ภาษากันก็ได้แต่ขอให้ดูทำให้ดูอยู่ให้เห็นพูดให้ฟัง
There are many ways to practice Dhamma because whoever knows a method teaches it. This is called religion. Religion means the teachings of the wise. Whoever understands something teaches it. Teaching everyone to abandon evil and do good. This is the core teaching of religion. Now, Buddhism, Buddha means the knowing one, the awakened one, the enlightened one.
ผู้เบิกบานด้วยธรรมวันนี้ธรรมะนี่แหละสำคัญที่เราไม่เข้าใจกัน
At first, I myself didn't really understand Dhamma. When I first studied it as a novice, I didn't really grasp it. I truly didn't know. I studied it superficially. Some teachers taught that one must first start with reciting Buddha, sit in the cross-legged posture, then say Bud on the inhale, Do on the exhale. Imagine the Buddha in our hearts. That's what the teachers taught, and we had to follow because we didn't know. When someone spoke and taught, we had to follow. Now, Buddha means the knowing one, the awakened one, the enlightened one, through Dhamma. That means knowing by oneself, seeing by oneself, understanding by oneself, which is called akaliko. Akaliko means not related to time or place. Akaliko means the one who understands the world. Which world? Not the world of earth, sky, and weather. It means understanding ourselves. This is the world. It comes to understanding that the Buddha taught to be mindfully aware in all four main postures. When standing, be mindfully aware. When walking, be mindfully aware. When sitting, be mindfully aware. When lying down, be mindfully aware?
เข้าไปกำหนดรู้
When bending, stretching, or moving in any way, one should be mindfully aware, he said.
ในอิริยาบถทั้งสี่ยืนเดินนั่งนอนแล้วไม่พอคู่เหยียดเคลื่อนไหว
Now, we try to do it, even if it's not in the scriptures.
บัดนี้เราก็มา
We should
ทำ
feel
ลองดู
that he instructed us to be aware of the minor postures, bending, stretching, and moving. So, do this. Everyone can do this, okay? Do this.
ให้รู้ว่าในอิริยาบถย่อยคู่เหยียดเคลื่อนไหวนี่ก็เลยทำอย่างนี้เอาทุกคน
Place your hands on your legs. You don't need to learn this from a textbook. Turn your right hand palm up. Do this repeatedly with mindful
ให้
awareness.
มีสติกำหนดรู้อันนี้
Now raise your right hand halfway up your body, mindfully aware. Bring your right hand to your navel, be aware. Turn your left hand palm up, be aware. Raise your left hand halfway up your body, be aware.
ตัว
Bring your left hand over your right hand, be aware. Move your right hand up to your chest, be aware. Move your right hand out to the side, be aware. Lower your right hand to your right leg, palm up, be aware. Turn your right hand, palm down on your right leg, be aware. Move your left hand up to your chest, be aware. Move your left hand out to the side, be aware. Lower your left hand to your left leg, palm up, be aware. Turn your left hand palm down on your left leg, be aware. Do this sitting, lying down, or standing, when walking.
เวลาเดิน
This is the method the Buddha taught to be mindfully aware of the minor postures, bending, stretching, and moving.
อันนี้เป็นวิธี
He taught that one must be mindfully aware,
ในอิริยาบถ
and there must be a rhythm to do
แต่
it.
ท่านสอนว่า
Do it repeatedly, just being aware.
ยืนทำยังไงก็ต้องมีสติเข้าไปกำหนดรู้ก็ต้องมีจังหวะทำ
Even if it's not written in the scriptures, I guarantee the Buddha taught this. So, why do we do this? We do it to be aware, which is called sati,
แต่ถึงไม่มีใน
mindfulness.
ตำราก็ตามรับรองว่าพระพุทธเจ้าสอนเรื่องนี้จึงเมื่อมาทำอย่างนี้ทำ
What happens after being mindful? It leads to wisdom.
ตัวเรียกว่าสติคนระลึกได้แล้วจะเป็นอะไรทำให้เกิดปัญญา
If listening to sermons, Dhamma talk for decades doesn't lead to wisdom, then you can stop.
ก็ตามฟังมาหลาย
Whatever
สิบ
you
ปี
listen to,
ถ้าหากไม่เกิด
if it leads to
ปัญญาแล้ว
wisdom and can be applied to your own life to solve your own problems, you should use it and practice it, he said that.
ตัวเราแก้ปัญหา
Therefore, practicing Dhamma is to gain wisdom. Listening to Dhamma is to gain wisdom, not to believe immediately, which is not right,
ปฏิบัติเพื่อให้เกิด
and not to
ปัญญา
reject it immediately
ฟังธรรมะ
either.
ฟังให้เกิดปัญญาไม่ใช่ฟังแล้วเสื้อทันทีก็ไม่ได้ ฟังแล้วปฏิเสธก็ไม่ได้
The Buddha taught in the Kalama Sutta not to believe based on what has been passed down by word of mouth. Do not believe based on rumors that have been
อย่า
passed
เชื่อ
down.
ถือโดยเขา
Do not believe based on seeing others do it. Do not believe based on it being written in scriptures. He mentioned 10 criteria in the scripture.
ในคัมภีร์10 ข้อแต่
But
เรา
today
ทุกวัน
we are
สอน
taught
กัน
and
ด้วย
we
เสื้อ
believe immediately because we don't know.
ดังนั้นศาสนา
Religion
จึง
means
แปล
the
ว่าคำสอน
teachings
ของ
of the
ท่าน
wise. Whoever knows something teaches it to everyone to abandon evil and do good.
แต่สอนให้เกิด
But
ปัญญา
teaching to generate wisdom is difficult. The Buddha taught this as the very first principle he taught. Dhamma, that is very valuable, very beneficial. He called it Dhamma with great assistance.
เรียกว่าธรรม
Two
ที่
kinds.
พละมาก
One, sati, mindfulness. Two, sampayanya, full awareness. When you turn your hand up, be aware. When you lift your hand like this, be aware. When it stops, be aware. When you bring your hand to your navel and it moves here, be aware.
รู้สึกตัว
When you turn your left hand palm up, be aware. When you lift your hand like this, be aware. When it stops, be aware. It's not about moving it there and then stopping to know. It's not like that. You must truly know as it happens. Move it slowly so you know it's moving like this. When it stops, you know. Just feel it lightly, that's all. When it comes here, no, it's moving like this. No, when it stops here, no. When it lowers like this, no, it's moving down, no. Ah, when they touch, no. When it turns over, no. This is to be mindfully aware in the minor postures. This Dhamma is very valuable, very beneficial. The Dhamma with great assistance has two aspects. One, sati, mindfulness. This is mindfulness right here. Two, sampahanya, full awareness. This is self-awareness. Doing this creates wisdom and allows you to solve your own problems. When you can solve your own problems, how valuable and beneficial is it? It means not believing in the absurd, meaningless things we used to do. Therefore, it is said that people should study themselves. Every person, every race, every language, every gender, every age, no matter what religion, no matter what color clothes they wear, if they study, everyone will know this for sure, because they are studying themselves. Why can I guarantee this? Because everyone has the same things, body and mind, form and name. And also everyone has 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils. This, there is body, there is the same. Thai people are like this. Chinese people must be like this. They are the same. French people, English people, German people, American people, Cambodian, Vietnamese, Lao people, Indian people. The place where the Buddha attained enlightenment, they are the same. We haven't studied the real thing, but we study from textbooks. When we practice like this, do we truly know the real thing? Yes. When you raise your hand, do you truly know? Yes. This is Dhamma. Doing good, speaking good, thinking good is called Dhamma. Therefore, we should study our actions, our words, our thoughts. We should study these 3 things. Therefore, the Tipitaka consists of the Sutta Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, and Abhidhamma Pitaka. If we study from the scriptures, that's fine, but this is a shortcut study, a method of instant awareness. It's the shortest, most direct way, and I can guarantee it. For anyone who does this, I guarantee that it will take no more than 3 years, on average about 1 year, and for some people as little as 1 to 90 days. The benefits are immeasurable. It will solve your own problems. Suffering will not arise within the mind, or suffering will be minimal. Studying oneself to understand suffering, impermanence, and non-self. Suffering means unbearable. Impermanence means not stable. Non-self means cannot be controlled. We know this, but when we practice, we don't fully know. When we practice this, I can guarantee that everyone will know. Because when we turn it like this, it makes us mindful. Turning back and forth makes us realize that in the minor postures, oh, the true suffering is that it's unbearable. That is, we cannot sit still. This very posture is suffering. Understand it this way. For example, blinking like this is suffering. Sometimes in a blink, suffering enters. Blinking is suffering. Breathing is suffering. Thinking is suffering. Oh, the Buddha taught the truth. This is a shortcut method. Study yourself. Everything is ready for us to study. Everyone should study themselves to know all these things. This is called suffering, dukkha, clinging to form and name. Impermanence. You can't sit still or you can't stop it from moving. Non-self means it cannot be controlled. People see this like this. Looking from afar, you see blinking, breathing. Now, what about thinking? When a thought arises, you don't see it, you don't know it. Dhamma is therefore layers upon layers like a coconut. A coconut has a husk, a shell, and then inside it's white, which is called the flesh. And the flesh and the water are together, right? A coconut has a husk, a shell, flesh, and water. We are human. Therefore, we should study to know what a human is, and study to know the duties of a human. If we don't know what it means to be human, don't know the duties of a human. In my village, they say, eating cooked rice as if it were raw grain, eating raw grain as if it were unhulled rice, walking the earth with a heavy tread. It refers to someone who misperceives reality, unable to see things as they truly are, and ends up living a life full of suffering.
กินข้าวสารเหมือนข้าวเปลือกเหยียบแผ่นดินหนักว่าท่านว่า